How's it going, coaches? Welcome to this week's brief on all of our programming for the coming week. This week, everyone, we're starting off Monday with a benchmark workout. This is going to be a choose your own adventure kind of day. We're going to give athletes the option of either doing a 2K row or a 3K max effort bike. This is going to be for time. Make sure in your lesson plan that you not only have rowing technique and pacing drills for the athletes who are rowing, but also skills and drills for athletes who are going to be on the bikes. Great opportunity to talk about, just the general position that they hold themselves in. Trying to keep their chest nice and tall, a little lean forward, not hunching over, stay tall, keep that chest high so that we can breathe easily, and show them different ways that they can use those handles. Maybe they're just pushing on the handles for a bit. Maybe they are mostly pulling on the handles as well. Same with the legs, everyone. They don't have to just push down like we normally do on the bike. There's also the opportunity to teach them the technique of pulling their feet back. This one it'll be a great opportunity for them to try this during the workout. It's also going to tax different muscles. They're going to feel it more in their hamstrings, less in their quads and the front of their legs. So make sure you have scaling options and also technique drills for athletes on both machines. This is going to be a basically first come, first served kind of workout. So if all the rowers are taken up, I'm going to be hopping on a bike. If we do have a class of 11 athletes or more, you will have to be prepared to do a 2-heat version of this workout. These both the 2K row and the 3K bike should take no more than 10 minutes to complete. So at most we're talking like 20 minutes, but what you can do is for like very, very fast athletes, for example, say I've got Zach and he's going to come in at 5 o'clock, but we also have another athlete that wants to do a row right after him. Instead of waiting like the full 10 minutes that we're allotting for each heat, you could say, hey, on this next one, Zach, you're going to go, and then Michael, you're going to go right after he finishes, right at the 8-minute mark. If he hops off right around 7.5 minutes, you're going to go at the 8-minute mark, grab your time when you finish. That way it doesn't take the full 10 minutes in case we're really stretched for your lesson plan. On Tuesday, everyone, we got a named workout. This one's called Gripper and Ripper. This one today, we're not going to have, I'm just noticing that there is an error in the skill work, it looks like. Okay, so one moment. Shoot. No, that is it. Yes. So apologies, everybody. For Tuesday, there are no changes to this workout. It's going to be 8 rounds for reps of 1 minute on the clock. They're going to do a 100-meter sprint and then come on in as quick as they can and do max reps of clean and jerks. Be sure to review barbell cycling drills as well as some sprint drills. There's some great options in the CAP lesson plan, but also feel free to make it your own. Everyone, spice it up. It kind of gets boring if you just do CAP all the time. Throw in something that makes your class unique. Next up, everybody, on Wednesday, we have our heavy day for the week. The only changes that we've made to this workout is that I've removed the skill portion of the workout because that is not accounted for in the CAP lesson plan below. Plus, there just isn't going to be enough time to be able to do that. So for the workout, everyone, it's going to be 4 load. We're going overhead squats, 4 sets of 8, building to a heavy set. Then right after that, within like a couple minutes or so, athletes are going to take the heaviest weight off their bar, put on the prescribed weight for their division, RX, Intermediate, Beginner, and Masters, and then we're going to go into a 6-minute AMRAP. Make sure we have enough time to account for transitions on this one, everybody. Give enough time for taking the weights off the bar, getting everybody situated, because these barbells for that last part should be taken off of the floor. Unless there's some reason that athletes cannot safely snatch the barbell overhead, they should be going from the floor. Athletes who need to put the barbell on the rack certainly can. But otherwise, everybody, please scale them back to lighter weights. That way they can achieve this workout for that AMRAP at the end. Next up, everyone, on Thursday, we got another fun one. This is a partner workout called Pump It, Fold It, and Hang It. We're going to be on the bike. We're going to do some V-ups and then also some hanging from the pull-up bar. If we have a class of more than 8 people, we're going to have to use the rowers as well. It's going to be a little bit more grippy with the rowers since they're going to be hanging from that pull-up bar for an accumulated 6 minutes. It's going to cause some fatigue there, but there's also going to be a post-workout game. Personally, I've been really loving these. They're really great opportunity to kind of bring the community together. And even though it is like a workout, for time, like last week we did the 1,000-meter rolling for time. It's just a good way for people to get in a little extra fitness at the end of the workout and just have fun and bond everybody. That's why I really like them. At the end of the day, this is about fitness, but it's also about community, everyone. So let's do the flutter game this week. There are instructions on how that goes below. All right, y'all, coming into Friday, there should be no changes for this one either, other than the dumbbell weights for this workout. This one's called Dummy Bunny. Prescribed weights for the gentlemen and ladies is 50-pound dumbbells and 70-pound dumbbells. Obviously, we only have as heavy as 50s at the gym. So RX weights are going to be 35, 50, and then similarly for intermediate athletes will be 35 and 50 as well. Check the lesson plan below for some more info on that workout. If we do run out of dumbbells, everybody, have the more advanced athletes use kettlebells instead. Let them, since they're more experienced, they're more able to clean the dumbbells to their shoulders and get them to the hang and then into the push jerks. Have them use the kettlebells and have more beginner athletes have the advanced athletes use the kettlebells and more beginner athletes use the dumbbells. And for Saturday, everyone, we have a workout that is very reminiscent of our Labor Day workout. This one we're going to be doing with a partner. It's going to be a 400-meter bear crawl, 400-meter run, 400-meter walking lunges, and then a 400-meter run again. So the way this one's going to flow, athletes can break up the bear crawl and the walking lunges as desired, but the run must be completed simultaneously. That's how it's going to flow. We can have options for athletes on Saturday. If they want to do it outside, which I would like to do because I don't want to just walk back and forth constantly inside. What I'm going to recommend is that we do it along our 200 or maybe even just a 100-meter course and go out and back 4 times, just to keep people kind of like in the same area so they're not walking all the way by traffic or anything like that. For the runs, they're welcome to go around the front of the building and all that good stuff. Same for the walking lunges. They're welcome to walk around. If athletes do want to go outside, I'll be making a note at the during class in the week, and you should as well, at the whiteboard say, hey everybody, if you plan to go outside for tomorrow's workout for these bear crawls, bring yourself like a pair of gardening gloves, something to just protect your hands while we are outside because the asphalt might be hot, there might be some rocks, all that stuff. So be prepared. So for those athletes that do want to go outside for the bear crawls and lunges, be prepared for that. Otherwise, we'll have the gym set up inside so that people can do bear crawls inside, everyone. It's going to be a little bit more, just back and forth, constant work, and they're going to have to count a certain number of reps as they go back and forth. We'll have all that laid out prior to the workout. That's what we got so far this week, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns about into programming, and I will see you all next Monday.